In the shadow of Staples Center's roaring glory and the echoes of greatness from the Showtime era through the heartbreak and triumph of Kobe and Shaq's three-peat, the thrilling 2010 back-to-back, and the unforgettable 2020 bubble championship, a new chapter is quietly unfolding for the Los Angeles Lakers one that might just redefine their perimeter, identity, and defensive ethos moving forward. Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, where raw truths collide with purple and gold passion. Smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so your heart never misses a beat. Now, imagine this. On the second day of the 2025 NBA Draft, Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka shocks the NBA universe by orchestrating a bold, calculated maneuver, flipping picks to vault up from the 55th spot all the way to 36, snatching up Leonard Fournier's Arkansas sharpshooter turned defensive dynamo Adu Tiro. But wait, hold the applause, because this isn't just another body in purple and gold. This is a seismic shift in Lakers basketball philosophy. You see, Pelinka and the front office have been crystal clear. They're hell-bent on injecting locker rooms and lineups with elite athleticism on the perimeter, a playground where LeBron James and Anthony Davis have thrived, but still demand relentless energy wings around them. Enter Thero, standing a sturdy 6'8", 220 pounds, sculpted for versatility, designed with the DNA of a lockdown defender, capable of switching across multiple positions and crashing the rim with explosive vigor raw enough to electrify even the die-hard Lakers faithful. And here's the twist no one saw coming. The whispers around the league and insiders alike are drawing a direct lineage between Thero and one of the NBA's most underrated two-way beasts, the New York Knicks. OG Anunoby. Pelinka himself confirmed the comparison during a candid sit-down with Spectrum Sportsnet, acknowledging the immense pressure that comes with that lofty archetype, but emphasizing that Thero embodies those traits: a 6'7" frame, lethal athleticism, developing range on his jumper, impeccable lob-catching ability, and above all, elite perimeter defense built to harass the league's deadliest wings night after night. So, what does this tell us? That the Lakers aren't just drafting players. They're drafting potential cornerstones for a defense-first revival reminiscent of the best defensive units we've seen since the days of the 2000s Lakers, when Kobe and Shaq's dominance was as much on the defensive end as the offensive. In those seasons, lockdown wings and versatile defenders were key, and Thero's raw tools sparked visions of that old purple and gold grit. But here's the under-the-radar bomb no one saw coming. Thero isn't just a defensive phenom. He has the backing of one of the league's sharpest minds and developer of young talent. Lakers' new head coach J.J. Redick, who hosted him personally, forged a relationship and now believes in Thero's hunger and adaptability. This isn't just a rookie trusting the system. It's a man willing to bend and mold himself at the altar of Lakers' greatness. But the story doesn't stop there. Historically, the Lakers front office under Pelinka has been a roller coaster of ambitions juggling blockbuster trades, top-tier free agent hunting, and now a clear cap strategy that balances superstar salaries with smart, high-upside young pieces like Thero, Max Christie, and shoulders like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura, who are primed to blossom into key rotation players. The whispers of a possible be-out market frenzy this offseason only amplify the stakes. Could the Lakers be orchestrating the perfect storm, using Thero as the defensive anchor to attract even bigger fish or to balance out the luxury tax books? Or are they double-dipping by developing defensive phenoms internally while targeting marquee forwards through trade rumors swirling around names like D'Angelo Russell and Jackson Hayes, both accessories in the complex chess game Pelinka is playing? The Lakers' positioning in the Western Conference playoff race grows more precarious by the day, fueling speculation that these crafty young athletes might not just be role players, but catalysts to give LeBron and AD the break they deserve. Someone to guard freakishly athletic wings on Anthony Davis' loaded front line, and more importantly, a relentless defensive spirit to flip momentum in playoff showdowns. But deeper still, beyond the hardwood and watchful eyes of the league, lies the emotional undercurrent. A franchise desperate to shake off the shadows of late playoff exits and early defensive collapses. Could Thero's relentless motor and defensive DNA be the antidote to the Lakers' past shortcomings? Is this gamble on an unpolished but electrifying talent the very signal that Rob Pelinka believes the next chapter isn't about just collecting stars, but creating a new mental fortress, a squad built on trust, accountability, and next level defense? And the question every fan should be asking, how long before we see Thero don the purple and gold jersey, locking down perimeter scorers, providing chaotic energy on switches, and becoming the defensive rock reminiscent of OG Anunoby's steady state yet explosive presence? Will his three-point shot, a work in progress at just 28.4% across his collegiate career, blossom under the watchful eyes of J.J. Redick and the Lakers' developmental squad, transforming him into a bona fide two-way threat who can stretch the floor and punish defenses? The weight of that potential is immense, especially in a league where shooting specialization is king, and the Lakers desperately need every weapon sharpened to perfection as the window with LeBron and AD is narrowing. More importantly, what does this signal about Pelinka's larger strategy? Is he positioning the Lakers as a defensive juggernaut first mimicking those legendary Showtime teams' defensive intensity combined with relentless physicality, while slowly piecing together a balanced roster around his superstar duo? In the end, as the Lakers' journey toward another banner hangs heavy in the air, the true question becomes, will Thero be the defender who spearheads this defensive revolution? A new legend in the making, or will he buckle under expectations and fade into the background of a roster built for more immediate star power? As a lifelong Lakers believer, my pulse is racing just writing this, feeling the weight of history and hope crashing together in one electrifying vision of the future. But is this the ignition point for our next title run, or the crack that splits our legacy? Drop your unfiltered takes in the comments. I'll be right there, heart in hand. Feel that? It's not just your heart pounding. It's the whole Staples Center trembling beneath the weight of history and hope colliding in the most electric, volatile stew of Lakers destiny we've tasted since Kobe's final buzzer beater. The air is thick with the scent of sweaty jerseys and stale popcorn. The roar of dying echoes and newborn chants rippling like a wave ready to crash. And deep in this storm of noise and fury rides Thero, our potential new linchpin in a siege war against mediocrity, the kind of player who might redefine what it means to don purple and gold on the perimeter. We're not just talking about another draft pick glossed over by casual fans. This is a seismic tremor under the foundation of a franchise desperate to claw its way back from the abyss, not unlike the gritty resilience of the 2000s. Lakers who didn't just impose their will on offense, but demolished opponents with crushing defensive intensity. And listen close, because what Pelinka pulled off wasn't just smart front office maneuvering. It was a declaration that the Lakers' new battle cry is defense. A visceral, scrappy, boundary-pushing perimeter defense led by a raw, hungry 6'8" beast with the defensive chops to shut down the league's deadliest scorers and the agility to switch harder and faster than anyone expected. A direct, audacious challenge to the Western Conference's finest predators like Denver's shifty guards and Phoenix's relentless sun chasers. You can hear it in the rumble under the arena's concrete, that coiled spring tightening with every pass, and pick-and-roll Thero's presence signals that the Lakers' DNA is shifting, confronting the ghosts of late playoff blowouts and defensive lapses by feeding off lockdown energy and psychologist-level anticipation rather than just superstar flashes. LeBron's legendary basketball IQ combined with Anthony Davis's thunderous rim protection is a terrifying thunderclap. But both have been stretched thin trying to chase down tailback wings who run circles around tired defenders. Now imagine unlocking a player who combines the relentlessness of a Shaq-style physicality with the perimeter mobility of a prime Kobe lockdown wing who can disrupt defenses, recover in transition with blistering speed, and blast dunks that shake the rafters, yes, Thero. that quietly emerging disruptor and hope incarnate of a defensive renaissance that every Lakers fan dreams about. But there's a razor-thin edge to this gamble, because the whispers aren't just about athletic prowess or draft day wizardry. They paint a picture of a locker room drama simmering beneath the surface, building around Thiero and young stalwarts like Max Christie, Rui Hachimura, and Austin Reeves might ignite a fierce internal culture battle. Will the infusion of unpolished, hungry youth craving defensive dominance push LeBron's veteran leadership to new heights or fracture the old guard? Remember those Shaq-Kobe feuds, two giants clashing under one roof? Now is Pelinka threading a similar needle, blending raw defensive sparks with shattered egos and star power? And what of J.J. Redick's role, the sage preferencing player development over big-name scorers preaching defense like a street preacher calling for salvation? His fingerprints on Thiero are unmistakable, a commitment to nurturing that 28.4% three-point shot into a lethal weapon, turning lockdown defense into two-way havoc, which could be the key to unlocking a new purple and gold legacy. But the question looms like a thundercloud over a rain-drenched Los Angeles night. Can a rookie, no matter how explosive, withstand the crushing scrutiny of Lakers Nation and the brutal demands of playoff basketball? Can Thiero's defensive intensity shift momentum at the precise seconds LeBron needs to breathe or redefine Anthony Davis's role when the mountains of the West close ranks? Then there's the chess game Pelinka is orchestrating behind the scenes. The swirling trade rumors and tantalizing buyout rumors practically set the West on fire. The ideas of a blockbuster nugget to lure in D'Angelo Russell, or the strategic chess move of balancing luxury taxes by stacking defense heavy, nimble wings raise the stakes. The Lakers are betting this high-octane blend of defensive stars in the making. An established all-stars is what it'll take to crack open Denver's fortress or blunt the velocity of Phoenix's sharpshooters. Think about the Clippers sharpening their claws just a few miles away, and the Warriors recalibrating for a last dance. And it's clear the margin for error is razor-thin every stop. Every forced turnover will reverberate like a gunshot in the suffocating playoff jungle. Imagine the hum of panic under those nail-biting arena lights, where swap-heavy switches leave Thiero toe-to-toe with the league's most lethal wings, and the intensity in his eyes could snap a fan's brain with anticipation. Now imagine the weight of expectation clutching at his lungs like a stranglehold. What if Thiero doesn't just rise, but dominates? What if the Lakers ride this defensive revolution all the way through the Western Gauntlet, and he becomes the new poster boy for relentless grit, a torchbearer of a purple and gold wall that no championship contender can breach? And here's the clause in that deal nobody's talking about. What if this gamble fractures chemistry right when it matters most? Young players hungry for minutes, veteran stars craving their final run, a new coaching philosophy that demands unyielding accountability could all ignite a powder keg of tension known only too well in dark Lakers locker rooms past. Are we on the brink of witnessing a Lakers version of Showtime rebooted with a defensive soul, or is this structural shakeup jeopardizing the most precious commodity, the delicate balance that allows LeBron and AD to flourish? And deep within the hardwood battles and mounting trade chatter, there's a seismic, almost spiritual undercurrent. This isn't just about games won or lost. It's about identity reclamation. The Lakers have long worn the crown of dazzling offense, from Magic's no-look passes to Kobe's artful footwork. But now the defensive fortress looms larger, promising a redemption arc that will test core values, legacy, and heart. It's impossible not to feel the cinematic weight of this moment. The arena lights casting long shadows as the new era awakens, and to wonder what this all means when the buzzer sounds on the faint hope of yet another championship banner. And here's the razor, hairline edge slicing through every fan's adrenaline. Could this be the spark that finally relieves the crushing burden on LeBron's aging shoulders, the catalyst that extends AD's prime and silences the West's Wolf Pack? Or are we bluffing, spitting hope into a mirage that will shatter with first-round flames, staring down the existential threat of a thinning star window and deep Hungry Western opponents, the Lakers are threading a perilous tightrope between past greatness and future promise, with Adu Thero's raw potential hanging in the balance like a dagger poised to either pierce the heart of championship dreams or recoil in excruciating failure. As a Laker till I draw my last breath, I can feel the earthquake rumbling under this season, shifting the ground beneath every fan's heartbeat and every player's stride. Now tell me, what's rattling your soul? Because the firestorm hasn't even peaked. Personally, I believe Adu Thero's blend of size, speed, and defensive instinct is exactly the kind of injection this team needs if we're serious about contending, not flashy. Maybe not perfect yet, but a true disruptor whose ceiling could shatter the mold. If Pelinka and Redick pull this off, the next purple and gold dynasty won't just be about star wattage, it'll be about toughness, tenacity, and a new breed of Lakers grit that refuses to be forgotten.